Hey there, creative enthusiasts, and welcome back. Today, we're going to embark on a fantastic drawing adventure. We're going to learn how to draw one of the coolest Spideys out there, SpiderPunk. But before we begin, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're looking to level up your drawing abilities, stick around to the end of the video because I got a fantastic opportunity that I want to tell you about. Now, let's swing into action. First, let's talk a bit about SpiderPunk. This web-slinger rocker, whose real name is Hobart Brown, made his debut in the comic book Edge of the Spider-Verse issue 2 back in 2014. In an alternate reality, Hobart takes on the Spidey mantle as SpiderPunk, and boy does he rock it. Literally, SpiderPunk's costume is inspired by the iconic punk rock fashion with a radical Spidey twist. Now that we've learned some cool facts about SpiderPunk, let's dive into drawing him. I'll guide you through the process step by step, so grab your drawing materials and let's create some art. This is where it all started. I doodled out a pose of SpiderPunk as I went through the mail. This really got me fired up to draw and create this tutorial, so remember to keep doodling, you never know how it can evolve. Now, let's begin by sketching out the form before we define our figure. I'm going to draw SpiderPunk in action smashing his guitar after shutting down a show. Start with sketching out the chest and head, and place the shoulders, legs, and arms by loosely sketching them where they would naturally lay. I laid out circles for connecting joints such as shoulders, knees, wrists, and boxed out some areas for the clenched fists. Now we can begin defining the figure. Let's curve out the head and edge out where the jawline lays. We'll sketch out sharper tipped ovals for his eyes. I'm going to make mine a little bit tighter to give him more of a pissed off punk vibe. We'll sketch out the lines of the mask to get an idea of how the webbing will look, but let's not make it too definitive just yet. Remind to rock out some spikes on top for his mohawk. These are cones that you can draw in 3 to 4 points of perspective as they fall back around his skull. Next, let's pop that collar for his jean vest. It'll be tucked around the abdomen for the most part, given the position that we have him in. We can define the shoulder area and add some more cone-shaped spikes. Let's continue down his right arm and define the shoulder, bicep, tricep, and forearm down to his spike bracelet and fist. Keep the spikes simple and don't try to add too much detail in them. Let's continue on his right side, and as it will be covered by a knee pad, then follow down the leg and draw in those kickin' Chuck Taylors he's always rocking. Next, we can move on to the left arm and define that shoulder popping out of his vest and define his bicep, tricep, and forearm. Remember to make sure you define his collar that's popping out and covering a couple of those spikes from his shoulder pad to help create more depth. Then, just like before, add in the SpiderPunk bracelet and let's define that thumb as he's gripping the guitar. From the perspective we have here, the guitar is very sideways. So foreshortening comes into play with this one, which is something I cover in my one-on-one tutorials, and you can apply for a free lesson with the link below. Let's finish him off with defining the left leg as it's extended out. We can shape a part of his thigh muscle connecting the knee, calf muscle, and since he's rocking off the page here, we'll get just half of Chuck Taylor in here. Now, remember, we're not perfect, and this is why there are so many layers in a drawing. I don't like how I drew that calf muscle, and the point of this base sketch is to catch and define those lines that we may or may not be happy with. So I'll go ahead and fix that up, giving his leg a bit more proportional curve. Moments like these are super important as it helps us develop our own style as we discover what we like and what we don't like in our artwork. To finish up our base layer, we can add some details to his chest as it does pop out a little. Edge out the rest of his vest and remember a few buttons on there doesn't hurt. We can give his pectorals a slight curve of definition, but they'll be tucked away for the most part. Here we can shade in that area that is mostly going to be inked with black ink to define the shadow. Now before I switch to a darker lead, I'll darken some of those lines to make sure they pop and make sense. While using a darker lead, I'll begin adding some of those extra details like the creases in his vest to show the pull from his positioning. Adding these darker lines helps with laying the inks, especially if you're working the traditional way. By using this method, you can scan the image and remove any extra lines that are color. Almost all scanners and printers are capable of this, and it comes in handy when you don't want to massacre the paper by erasing it multiple times. I like to leave my lines as it helps me further my understanding of what lines I want to define. Now, one of the coolest things about SpiderPunk is his rebellious and carefree personality, which is a perfect fit for the punk rock scene. You can see it in his confident and dynamic poses. In the movie Across the Spider-Verse, SpiderPunk made a fantastic appearance teaming up with the other Spideys from different dimensions. And there you have it, your very own SpiderPunk masterpiece. Remember, this is just one variant of SpiderPunk and there are millions out there. So rewatch the tutorial and try it again a few times with different styles and variations of shapes and anatomy. Now, before I let you go, here's a pro tip to help you with line weight as a beginner. Grab a set of micro pens or any other fine liner pens using the link below. A basic set of micron pens typically includes a few different tip sizes, providing beginners with a range of line thickness. Using these will help you making those thin lines and adding details, then gradually progressing to thicker lines and exploring the impact of varying line line weights on your artwork. Learning to control line weight helps artists establish a visual hierarchy in their drawings. Thicker lines can be used to emphasize important elements, while thinner lines can be used for less prominent details. This understanding enhances the clarity and readability of our artwork. Once you've laid your inks, you can then add some color. I'm going with vibrant shades that reflect SpiderPunk's energetic personality, but you can use any color palette you like to make him truly your own. If you had a blast creating SpiderPunk, imagine what you could achieve with even more guidance and support. If you're serious about honing your drawing abilities, I've got an incredible opportunity for you: the Artistic Avenger Program. Imagine having access to expert mentors, structured learning, and a vibrant community of like-minded artists who share your passion for drawing. The Artistic Avenger Program is designed to unlock your full artistic potential and take your skills to the next level. So don't miss out on this chance to become an artistic superhero. Click the link in the description below to apply for a free one-on-one drawing lesson and embark on an unforgettable artistic journey. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you had as much fun as I did drawing SpiderPunk. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a creative adventure. Please share with anyone who you believe would truly benefit from this tutorial, and let me know in the comments who your favorite Spidey character is. Until next time, stay radical.